When I got up the next morning, I hurried myself out of the house. I wasn't even sure if Kroven was still home, but I wasn't going to stick around long enough to find out. I headed to the library as quickly as I could that morning, and even though Twyla said she wasn't going to be around so early, she was still there when I arrived. Twyla, you're already here. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm here. I thought you said you wouldn't be here so early. I don't think it's super early, but that's not the point. You're here to help me with my research, right? Oh, yes, of course. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm gonna need you to fetch some books for me. Viola handed me a list of books she needed. I worked in the library before, so I know they're here. I just want you to pick a few up, for starters. Alright, I think I can do that. Yeah. I should sure hope so. I took Twyla's list and began to cram the books for her. There were a few psychology books, but also some filled with, like, periodicals? Is that how you describe it? I don't know. But what I do know is that if I kept carrying so many books at once, I'd topple over. It's happened before. I began to hand them over to Twyla. She seemed very focused as she took the books from me. Sometimes, when I'd hand her a book, she'd slide one over to me, with the pages open. I would close it, and go return it on the proper shelf. It was only after a few books that I realized she was probably anticipating I read the pages she had opened too. Oh, well. I kinda just continued fetching her books and shelving them back again, absent-mindedly. It just seemed like the best thing for me to do, to be able to help. I doubted I would understand the information as well as she did. I am, well, not the brightest, at times. You're distracted. Ah, am I? You certainly seem a bit out of it. Is everything alright? Well, I had a fight with a friend last night, and we still haven't made up. I see. Well, that's not going to help us here. Huh? If you want to help, you're gonna have to pull yourself together. You know the issue we're dealing with is much more serious than whatever dumb fight you and your friend had, right? I... I guess. I... Yeah, sorry. Are you going to be like this the whole time? I don't know. You can leave. Are you sure? I thought you needed my help. Clearly you aren't going to be of any help to me like this. Oh, don't take it so harshly. I'm doing you a favor, if anything. I'll call you up again next time if I need you for something. Just remember not to forget about all of this. Okay? Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. It's fine. See you later. See ya. Aw. I left the last of the books on the table for her, and then headed out of the library. I wasn't much help at all, was I? Dude, what the fuck? Roman? What the fuck were you doing in there with her? Didn't I already tell you to stay away from her? What did you just, like, not listen? Or not care? You're just trying to piss me off at this point, aren't you? I'm trying to help her with something. Not like it's any of your business in the first place. Excuse me? That girl is definitely my business. Especially if she's talking to you. What's so bad about her? You can't just tell me to do something and not explain why. Why not? You don't trust me anymore? Huh? Huh. I guess it's just as well. Let me tell you this then. Either you stay the fuck away from her, or you stay the fuck away from me. Kroven stomped past me after that. He didn't apologize when his shoulder bumped into mine. He just kept walking. I hope that wherever he was going, it wasn't home. Because that was the only place I wanted to be right now. Even if it seemed like he would prefer I not be there anymore. I want to ask you something. You always do, don't you? Please. Apologies. It wasn't meant to appear sarcastic. Go on. Are you after people who aren't me? Am I your only target? Or are there more people than just me? Are you coming for them too? Please? Yes. Wait. Yes to which question? I'm sorry. I have to go. Good night, Mary. Days passed, as days often do. Things in the house had been incredibly tense. Can't even recall the last time I physically spoke to Kroven. Maybe it was the day at the library. I don't know. I really don't remember. It's not like I don't see him at all, but when we do see one another, we don't talk. It's really awkward. Sometimes, when we find ourselves in the same room, one or both of us will just leave. We don't say good morning or good night. And if I see him on the street, he looks away. I wish things weren't like this. I just really want things to go back to normal. Back before. I really want things to be better. I should. Shouldn't I? I know Kroven has been having a hard time lately. And I'm sure I haven't been making things much easier for him. It's partly my fault anyways. His friends don't have to be my friends too. And even if he wanted to... And even if he wanted me to get along with them, I should have stepped away when I realized it wasn't going to work. I'll try to tell him that sometime soon. When I know how and when to properly say it. I sat in the living room for the remainder of the day. At least until dinner time, that is. Fire was on, and I was reading. But I knew I would have to start cooking something soon. Then, I heard Kroven come in through the front door. Still not feeling comfortable being in the same room as him, I got up to move into the next room. When... Huh? Mary. You know I love you, right? Like, even when I'm mad or yelling. I promise I don't mean it. I really, really, really don't mean it. Yeah, I know. I love you too. Are you okay? Theodore died. Oh, bro. I turned around to hug Kroven properly this time. I didn't ask him what had happened. He didn't seem to be in the mood to talk about it. And I don't think I was either. I helped him prepare the service. Or perhaps it's more apt to say that I prepared the service, because he asked me to. So passionate about it, he told me. So I know you'll make sure he has the best one. It was just... I don't know if passionate is the right word. I hope it was a nice service. I'd like to think that it was. I did try my best to pull it all together after all. I got lots of flowers and a nice spot for him to rest. Kroven was responsible for inviting everyone, but everyone wasn't a lot of people. Wasn't sure if it was because no one wanted to attend, or if it was because Theo only had this many friends. I looked around. Zapara wasn't here. Eventually, everyone began to leave. But again, everyone wasn't all that many people. Before I knew it, just me, Kroven, and Theo. Wordlessly, Robin sat beside Theo's freshly dug grave. I did the same. Normally, I enjoy funerals. Or, perhaps it's better to say, I appreciate them for what they are. But this one was hard to appreciate. Couldn't find a trace of pleasantness in it. Not even a little bit. It just felt sad. Robin? Is there anything more I can do? Is that enough? Right? Robin? I don't want to upset you. But if it's okay, I want to try talking to him. Mary. This isn't the time for that ridiculous shit. I'm being serious. I promised to you that it works. And I've never been bad on my promises before, have I? Please just give me a chance. Fine. You're so insistent, then go ahead. But when you wake up, I want you to tell me something that only Theo would know. Because if you can't, I really don't want to hear about this ever again. I understand. But I won't let you down. I laid down on top of Theodore's grave. I could see Crovin wince as I did. Hopefully, it would be over with quickly. And hopefully, Theo would be in the mood to talk to me. Take a whiff! It smells like... ugh. Something smoky. It's completely dark. I can't see a thing. I feel like I'm laying on something, but I'm laying down on the ground, right? It feels weird, though. I can't really describe it. It sounds like faint static. But if I don't focus on it, it's like it disappears. Hello? Is anyone there? I don't understand. Why can't I see anything? Of all the times for things to start going wrong, well, maybe it'd help if you took that lampshade off your head. Huh? You're... Theo. Hey, Dollface. Long time no see. Oh, Theo, I'm so glad to see you're alright. As alright as dead can be? You're sure that's the word you want to use? What? I like how there's a fork literally just shoved in the socket. Well... I suppose you're right. Still, it seems like you're okay. Wherever this is. Where is this? This? This is where me and Zapara live. At least, it used to be, back when I was alive with you all. Oh. You live here? Hey now. I know it ain't the prettiest, but it gets the job done. I suppose so. You seem to have a pretty good understanding that you're dead? Seemed like the most logical conclusion to make. Close your eyes. Things go black. Then you wake up somewhere completely different. Not really a lot of ways you can go from that. Oh, while you're here, I guess I want to say I'm sorry. Kinda figured that whole ghost talking thing of yours was a bunch of bullshit. But I can admit when I've been proven wrong. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I think I'm more sorry for you in this situation. What do you remember happening before this? Before? Well, it goes like this. Crow was having a rough time. Wanted to talk about you. You wanted to talk about me? Yeah, but I'll come back to that later. So, he reached out to me and Zap, wanting to talk about it over drinks and all. Of course we accepted, so we spent the night out with him. sitting at the bar, whatever. Maybe like an hour or so into drinks, I start feeling like not too hot. I leave to use the bathroom, start fucking vomiting as soon as I'm in the stall. I come on out, feeling all woozy. Zap and Crow try to help me, all worried and shit. Next thing I know, I'm crashing out on the middle of a pool table that was still in the middle of a game. Then I'm here. You're here? All because Crow wanted to talk about me? If I hadn't been such a problem for him, then you wouldn't have wound up here. Hey. Shut the fuck up. Huh? Sorry. Didn't mean for it to come out that way. What I'm trying to say is, I'm sure I would have drunk myself to death eventually anyways. So, don't worry about it. If that night didn't kill me, this stick in my hand would still make sure it was coming. Listen. I want you to know that Kroven only wanted to talk about you because he cares so much. I know things haven't been the best with you two lately. And there's lots you don't know, so it's been real hard on him too. What don't I know? Listen. I may be dead, but there's still things Kroven would kill me over if I told you about. I know you and I aren't the closest two people in the world or anything, but trust me when I say, it's gonna be alright. I guess I'll have to. So, how long are you staying here for anyways? Oh, I'm not sure actually. I could wake up any minute, now that I think about it. Which reminds me, I promised Kroven that when I woke up, I'd tell him something that only you would know. As proof that I talked to you. So, do you have something you can tell me? Yeah, I've got a few stories between Crow and I. Pick your poison. The sleepover hat, the spiral staircase, or the orange juice story? I feel like I want to know about the orange juice, right? The orange juice story? Oh boy. How do I even start with this one? Well, I mean, I kind of assumed it was something with, like, spiked orange juice or something. Oh. No. No. Honestly, you probably wish. Huh? Okay, so it's like... Have you ever made orange juice come out of someone else's face? What? Okay, so... We're at the beach, summertime, chillin', whatever. Crow decides he's just gonna hang out under the umbrella. That's fine, that's cool. I go play with Zap in the ocean a little bit, come back down to the boardwalk, get myself a soda, yada yada yada. I see Kroven, I'm coming up from behind. He's still sitting under the umbrella. I decide I'm gonna be an asshole and scare him. I come up from behind and slap my hands onto the back of his shoulders. And what I didn't realize is that Kroven had been drinking some sort of orange juice or some shit. And when I scared him, he fucking coughed it right out. I'm talking hacking. I'm talking orange juice all over his chest. But, like, it didn't just come out of his mouth. It came out his nose, too, and also a bit squirted out his eyes. Ow, ow, ow. I don't like imagining that. Oh, don't worry, it gets worse. He grabs my soda out my hands, thinking it's water to rinse his eyes out with. Pours it directly into his eyes. Oh my god. Was he okay? I mean, yeah, eventually. He bit his own arm to keep from swearing in front of all those kids at the beach. And Zapara ever knew the story? Nah. At the time she came back, Kroven was all taken care of, and didn't really feel like talking about it. I'm sure if you asked him to retell the story today, though, he'd laugh. Probably. I see. Thank you for telling me. Hell yeah, dude. It was a great day. Oh, and, one more thing before you head back. Say hi to Zapara, too. And go easy on her for me. Okay? Listen. I know she seems all firecrackers and dynamite, maybe even a little rough around the edges, but she's got a lot going on deep down. And I know she'd appreciate some help with that. I'll appreciate it too. I see. I'll try to talk to her next time I see her. And let her know you said hi too. Oh, please do. I'm excited to see my boys again soon, but I'm hoping it'll be a long wait at the same time. Yeah, I hope so too. Before I knew it, I was out again. I woke up to the sound of a worried Kroven. Yo, Mars, come on. It's getting late. And it looks like it's gonna rain soon. Kroven? Yeah? Poured soda in your eyes? Is that the real reason why they were redder than usual? It's a beautiful day today. And after so much talk of rain, I had even brought my umbrella, but it was clear I wouldn't be needing it. The sun felt so warm, so much brighter today. I hoped we would get more sunny days like this before things start to get cold and cloudy again. Because right now, just felt so refreshing. I was on my way to the cemetery once more. I didn't have any flowers this time around, but I was sure that was okay. I brought a teddy bear last time, after all. Besides, I now have a different method of being able to visit everyone there. I try to visit Theo too when I'm able. I don't want to bother him too much. And even though he and I aren't best friends or anything, I can tell he appreciates it. I think I'll try to see him again today. I continued down the sidewalk, admiring all the things that looked so much happier in the sunlight. The birds, the flowers, the trees. But one thing that didn't was making its way towards me. And I didn't even realize until I heard her snap my name. Oh, Twyla. Funny running into you here. I see you're out and enjoying the sun. I haven't heard a lot from you, you know. Yeah. But, likewise, you know? But I've been investigating on my own time. Do I need to remind you that you're the one who offered to help me, and not the other way around? Been really busy, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you have been. All those headstones don't talk to themselves, right? I'm sorry, Twyla. I don't think I can help you anymore. Excuse me? Huh? Not help me anymore? You haven't helped me once. And now you've got the gall to back out before you've even started? What's that for, huh? Well, it's just what? I want to help, but I just can't. I'm sorry. It's too much. It's all been too much. The situation, the intensity, I can't catch a killer. I shouldn't have told you that I wanted to help. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I hope you can understand. Oh, I understand. You do? Yeah, I do. I get it perfectly clear. Why bother helping me catch a threat when it could help fill up that precious cemetery you love so much? Whoa, what? Hold on. That's not true. I'd never risk someone's life for that. Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. Just like I was sure you would help me. I apologize for lashing out so. I'm just running low on patience. You might not know it, but I tolerate a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. But one thing I refuse to tolerate is people who don't keep their promises. So, go on then. Run to your little cemetery, Mary. I'll let you go. But I'll make sure you keep that promise eventually. Twyla angrily brushed past me after that. I felt hurt, to say the least. Hearing what she thought of me, but I couldn't help her anymore. It had to come out eventually. At the very least, it was something that I got over with. And I couldn't let it ruin today. I wiped my eyes of any tears and tried to regain my composure. I tried to focus on the nice things around me as I continued on my way. The birds, the flowers, the trees. The birds. Flowers. The trees. I couldn't let it get to me. I didn't know the truth like I did. And I couldn't keep Theo waiting. I continued on and up the way. Entering the cemetery, something felt off. And I didn't know why until I started approaching Theo's gravesite. Someone's there, at the gravesite. It's Zap! She got the wolf ears! I can see the wolf ears! It's Sapara! Is that... When'd she leave? Hey! Wait! Followed them as they ran from me. I got out of my sight quickly, but I was determined to find them. Walked up and down the aisles, trying to keep my eyes and ears open, until eventually I began to hear something. I followed the noise, which led me to a tree, and... Zapara? What are you doing here? I took a seat beside Zapara, patting down the grass as I did so. She wiped her eyes on her sleeve as I sat. Hi, Mary. Hi, Zapara. Are you alright? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Don't I look fine? You wanted to see Theo again, didn't you? Hmm? No, it's... Really, I'm sorry. I was just leaving. Don't worry about it. Zapara, I was surprised that you... Well... What? You... didn't show up to his funeral and all. I couldn't. Why not? You didn't want me in here anymore. And after the last incident, I promised Theo I would respect your boundaries. But I guess I broke that promise anyways, huh? I wanted to leave before you saw me. At least. Zapara, I wouldn't have stopped you from seeing him. I'm so sorry if I made you feel that way. No one should ever be prevented from seeing their loved ones. It's fine. I had already upset you enough. It's just... Nothing's been the same now that he's gone. And I'm not sure it ever will. It still feels so unreal. I walk into our place and I'm ready to start, like, I don't know, hitting him with my jacket sleeves or stealing his hat and running away with it. And now when I come home, it's all by myself. But all his stuff still smells like me. Him. Smells like just before we left for the bar. His mug is still in the sink because he said he would wash it later. And his hamper is still full because we were going to do laundry together. And the TV remote is still stuck in the couch because that's where he last left it. He was my best friend. He's totally gone now. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to get him back. I'm never going to see him again. That's not true. I promise one day you'll see him again. But not in this life. Isn't that right? I don't know what to do anymore. I don't feel like myself. At least, not without him. I'm all alone. You're not alone. I haven't talked to Kroven since. Really? I don't even know what I'd say. Or what it will feel like. The three of us were always together when we hung out. It feels unfair without him. It feels wrong. It will get better with time. I promise you it does. Maybe it won't always be the same, but it will be better. And Zapara, you're not alone. I know Kroven would want to hear from you. And I really think you two should see each other. Even if it's awkward. You should know that. We can both be here for her. Does it have to be just one or the other? And I know Kroven is too. Even if I didn't always think you were the best person, that's... Just because we don't get along doesn't mean I can't help you through this. So... Thank you, Mary. I could really use that support right now. Yeah, of course. It's going to get better. I promise. I've got another question for you. I thought you might. Have you ever lost anyone? Why do you ask? I just want to see. Of course I've lost people. I don't think there's anyone alive who hasn't lost someone. I probably lost more than you could fathom. Did it hurt? Of course it hurt. At first it always hurt. But over time, those feelings, you get used to them. It's like a blur. You stop worrying about who died and start worrying about who's next. There is no rest. So, you become someone who doesn't need rest. Because it isn't going to stop. You just have to be ready for the next time. That sounds heartbreaking. It was. And it's why I'm fighting so hard. So that you don't wind up like me.